In the last video, we listed 6 reasons blockchain projects stall: cost, scalability, regulation, and so on. But before any of that matters, there is a more basic question. Should this project even use a blockchain? Today, we go deep on the 5 question relevance framework that answers that. And by then, we will run it against 2 real scenarios. This is not a repeat of last video. We are going deep dive into the blockchain relevance evaluation framework because it is more important for in a blockchain topics because we need to decide whether we need to use blockchain or we need to use a normal database. So we are going to see a deep dive of this relevance evaluation framework. Here is the pattern I have seen in real projects. A team decides, let's blockchain this first, then goes looking for a problem. It solves. 6 months later, they have rebuilt what a shared spreadsheet already did. At a fraction of the cost, just lower and more expensive, the mistake wasn't technical. It was the nobody asked the right question at the start. This framework flips that order. It's built on the academic. Do you need a blockchain decision model? The same logic architecture review both use. 5 yes or no questions asked in sequence and your answer followed the other end. Here are all 5 upfront. So you have the map before we walk. Notice the pattern. At almost every question there is an exit ramp, a no. That means you don't need blockchain and you can stop right there. That's the point of the framework. It is not just trying to justify blockchain. It's trying to find the cheapest correct answer. See, do you need the shared record at all? Are there multiple writers? Can an always online trusted third party manages it? Are all writers known the permission? Is public verifiable record? Kindly answer all those questions and decide whether you need a blockchain or not. First question, and it sounds almost too basic. Do you actually need to record and later verify some piece of state? A lot of ideas that get pitched as blockchain apps are really just real time computation or matching problems. Nothing needs to persist if there is nothing to durably record. You don't need a database, and the conversion about blockchain is already over. Second question was how many independent parties actually write to this record? If it's just one company, one app, there is no coordination problem. You can run a normal database with proper backups and access control. Blockchain earns its cost when multiple parties who don't fully trust each other all need to write and need to agree on the result. Question number 3. Can a trusted third party manage it? Third question, and it's the one people who skip the past too quickly. Is there a trusted third party, a TTP, that everyone is willing to rely on and that will realistically stay online? If yes, let the TTP run an ordinary managed database. This is simpler and cheaper than blockchain and gives you the same practical guarantees, provided everyone genuinely accepts the TTP's authority. The exit only applies if trust is real and mutual. If even one major participant refuses to depend on that party, a competitor, a rival government, a bank that doesn't want another bank holding the ledger, you can. Next, we are going to simply are all writers known and permissions. By now, you have passed the first three questions. Multiple writers, no acceptable TTP, so you do need a blockchain. Question 4 decides which kind. Are all the writers known? Vetted participants, a consortium, licensed institutions. Then a permission blockchain fits. Lighter consensus like PPFT or proof of authority, faster finality, real accountability since you know who everyone is. If literally anyone anonymously can show up and write, you need a public permissionless chain with Sybil resistant consensus like proof of work or proof of stake. This is the first fork, not an exit. Mark it visually different from question number 1 to 3. Call last question. Even once you know who writes, you still need to decide who can verify. Does someone outside the writer group, a regulator, an auditor, a general public need to independently check the ledger without trusting that writer's word? If yes, you want publicly verifiability even on an otherwise permissioned chain. If verification only ever happens among the writers themselves, keep read access restricted. It's simpler to govern and keep sensitive business data private. Here is the whole path in one picture. Notice the shape. The first three questions are exit ramps, any, no, or yes. In the wrong direction there, and you walk away without blockchain. Only questions 4 and 5 are fox that said this blockchain because by then you already know you need one. Let's run the whole framework against a real scenario. 12 banks across 6 countries jointly issuing trade finance letters of credit. Walk it with me. Q1. Do they need a shared record? Yes. The letter of credit itself. Q2. Multiple writers? Yes. All 12 banks touch it. Q3. Could one trusted third party manage this? No. No competing bank will accept a rival as the sole record keeper. That's the three countries. So we are building a blockchain. Are the writers known? Yes. All 12 are vetted consortium members, and that's a permission chain. Q5. Does the public need to verify it? No. Only members and regulations need to verify it. So read access stays restricted. Permission blockchains are example Hyperledger Fabric, PBFT. Another example, internal employee leave tracking system. Second example, and this one matters just a company. A company's own HR department tracking employee leave balance. Q1 share record needed? Yes. Multiple writers? No. Only the HR system itself writes these record. Full stop. We already exited. Questions 3 through 5 don't even apply anyone. So on an ordinary database with audit logging and role-based access, if someone pitched, let's put employee leave on the blockchain, this is the two-question conversation that ends it. Politely with a reason, not just a gut feeling. 5 questions in order. Do you need a SAR record or there are multiple writers? Is there really no trusted third party everyone accepts? Are the writers known or open? And does someone outside the writer group need to verify it? Run through these before you sketch any architecture. The single sentence to remember. Blockchain solves one specific trust problem, multiple parties who need to agree without a trusted middleman. It's never the difficult default choice, and now you have a 2-minute test to prove it, one way or the other. This is the detailed version of blockchain relevant evaluation framework. Thank you.